We may have a little more sound than we normally do. Got some help here with me today. What's your name? Chris wanted to join me today, and so here we are. We've been talking about humility, and so today on this topic, humility, I want to talk about the way we have to approach it, and the fact that we have to even reimagine how we can gain humility. We don't just wake up humble. We really struggle to even make ourselves humble. In fact, sometimes by attempting to draw more attention to it, we inflate ourselves, and in so doing, we actually counteract whatever it is that we might be hoping to bring about. But humility is something that we join into. It's an embrace in what is happening in our lives. It's an embrace into what God is doing. It's an embrace into what the necessities are for us, what are good things for us. And so in her book, Humble Roots, Hannah Anderson imagines the need for a garden to be tilled after it has produced, and then again tilled before it can be replanted. And so the idea there is that in our lives, we have to go through these experiences that we might not would choose of our own, but in so doing, they help bring about a change in our lives and in the way we see God at work. The evangelist Henry Ironsides is once noted for saying that he was looking for more humility, and so a friend told him to take a sandwich board and write the plan of salvation on it and walk down the streets of a large metropolitan city. Ironside did that, and after he got done that day, he took the sandwich board off of him, and he said, as he was taking the sandwich board off of himself, he said, there is no one else in this large metropolitan city that would have done what I did today. And what he was recognizing, and what you and I recognize is too, is sometimes our efforts to make ourselves humble actually increase our pride. And so we have to accept the fact that humility is something that we have to allow to happen to us through the circumstances of our life and through the realities of what we are experiencing in our lives. This may mean that we have to adjust some things we did not plan on adjusting. This may mean that we may have to make changes to our plans that we did not want to make changes to. And it allows us to rest in the work and the presence of God. In fact, one of the qualifications for us in regards to humility might be whether or not we are finding rest in God, or if we constantly find ourselves believing that a circumstance, a situation, a possibility has to have our input. And so those things will help define whether or not we are truly becoming humble. And maybe some of the questions we could ask ourselves are these questions like, do we think every problem and situation needs us? Or do we take on new responsibilities on a regular basis just because someone else has to do it, or someone has to do it, and it has to be done, and we have to be the ones to do it? Humility is not a disposition or a set of phrases. It is accurately understanding ourselves and our place in the world. It accepts dependence. Jesus said this, "For without me, you can do nothing." The Christian life is not about becoming less dependent, but becoming more consciously dependent upon Christ. The other thing is, and the final thing, give me 1 second here, bud, let me finish this, okay? The other thing about humility is this, it's God's strength meeting our weakness. And sometimes it is the absolute acceptance that the circumstance is larger than us, bigger than us, that helps bring about humility in our lives. I hope you're learning from this, and I hope to see you next time.